They gave me hope, so I built a dream. They gave me ice, now I got a head of steam. They gave me yellow and blue, so I made green. They gave me fans in the stage, so I made them scream. Ask me how I built the forest, I planted a seed. They gave me yellow and blue, so I made green. Real hustler, I built something out of nothing. Let off some warning shots and let them know we coming.
Hits it himself for the Irish touchdown. Williams turns the corner and look out. Dexter Williams in a foot race. 98-yard touchdown.
The near sideline, and that one is broken up by Julian Love. Now the all-time leader in passes broken up for Notre Dame.
Welcome to Inside Notre Dame Football, presented by TireRack.com. Along with former Irish quarterback Evan Sharpley, I'm Darren Pritchett. The playoff push is on for the Fighting Irish, and Notre Dame is 9-0 after beating Northwestern in Evanston 31-21. Evan, in the second half, the passing game really got rolling.
Yeah, it was a great job going in at halftime, making some adjustments. The run game, the execution wasn't at a high level in the first half. You're able to go in at halftime, make some adjustments. Ian Book came out. They were really aggressive on first and second down. Were able to hit on some long pass plays and in a clutch moment score a touchdown.
Defensively, how did the Notre Dame pass rush affect the game?
Well, I think we've been talking about it all year, and it's been about creating pressures with the front four. Julian Akwara, once again, you've got a guy like Tavon Coney, too, coming up and making some plays. Anytime you can pressure the quarterback, and Clayton Thorson was under pressure for most of the game, you're going to be able to limit what an opposing offense is going to be able to do.
Let's go to the first half highlights from Evanston, Illinois. Notre Dame facing 5-3 Northwestern. The Fighting Irish and the Wildcats first met on the gridiron back in 1889. This is Notre Dame's first visit to Ryan Field since 1976, and Notre Dame took the field as one of 4 undefeated FBS schools. In the first quarter, the Irish with the football. Ian Book, a beautiful throw to Chase Claypool for 16 yards. Book to throw once again, this time Miles Boykin a completion for 15 yards.
Fantastic timing and placement here from Ian Book. NFL type of throw to Claypool, the accuracy, great coverage, even better throw on both of these balls.
Claypool and Boykin were involved, so how about a throw to Chris Fink? On 4th down and 2, it's the slant, and Fink makes the catch for the first down.
Great protection up front, solid pickup, Book pinpoint in the clutch here.
Spreading the ball all over the place. This time it's Cole Kmet making the catch. 17 yards to the Northwestern 1 on 1st and goal. Dexter Williams scores his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. Notre Dame led 7-0.
Darren, a ton of credit here to Sam Musfer and Aaron Banks for a strong push, and then Dexter Williams, solid run fit to find the end zone.
We now move to second quarter action in Evanston. Veteran quarterback Clayton Thorson goes back to throw. It's a 4th down throw, and what a catch by Bennett Skronik. 7 yards for the Wildcat, first down. The Wildcats got the ball to the Notre Dame 1-yard line, and they scored on Thorson's 1-yard sneak, and the game was tied at 7. Drew Tranquil, sprained ankle against Navy, played in this matchup against Northwestern, and quite a defensive struggle in the first half.
It was pretty inconsistent up front for Notre Dame's offense. We weren't able to get things rolling as far as running the football. Defensively pretty good, not bad, not great. It was obvious they were going to need to go in at halftime and make some adjustments. Defensively, it was going to be continuing about controlling that line of scrimmage, creating some pressures, but offensively they needed to do a couple of new things.
Halftime score, Notre Dame 7, Northwestern 7. Second half highlights are coming up next on Inside Notre Dame Football.
And brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners, Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Football is also brought to you by Vivid Seats, Canon, Xfinity, Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, and SiriusXM.
This is Inside Notre Dame Football, presented by TireRack.com, along with former Irish quarterback Evan Sharpley. I'm Darren Pritchett. At halftime, Notre Dame and Northwestern were tied at 7. The good news is Notre Dame played a very strong third quarter. Let's check the second half highlights from Ryan Field in Evanston. Northwestern had the first possession, and here comes Julian Okwara off the edge to bring down Clayton Thorson for a 6-yard loss. Notre Dame would end the game with 5 sacks.
Say it once, say it a million times. You create pressure with your front four, you're going to be pretty dang good.
Irish on offense, Book 13 yards to chase Claypool.
Here's that adjustment to start the second half. Much more aggressive on early downs throwing the football.
Here's Dexter Williams going down the left sideline for 13 yards, picking up a Notre Dame first down. Now a 4th down conversion, a big play in this third quarter. Book to Boykin, and he picks up that first down. Now Ian Book lobs it down the right side, and running right down the seam, Boykin, a 20-yard touchdown reception, and the Irish led 14-7.
Yeah, we've got a seam concept here, a high-low blitz zone coverage. Book sees it, gets the ball up and down before the safety can recover. A firm finesse level 2 throw, big-time throw and catch.
Tavon Cody chasing Clayton Thorson. He'll bring him down for one of his 2 sacks in the ball game. Ian Book, 31-yard completion down the right sideline for Chase Claypool. What a third quarter for Book. 11 of 14, 195 yards. Here's Book, 14 yards to Claypool, who had 8 receptions for 130. Up 14-7, Book goes deep and finds Michael Young, 47-yard touchdown reception, 21-7 Irish.
Man, Darren, I love this concept. We call it topper. It's double post. You're overloading a quarter coverage. 2 guys in one area, really putting a stressor on the safety. Ian Book delivers a great pass.
Second career receiving touchdown for Young. Here's Okwara throwing down Isaiah Bowser for a 1-yard loss. Now Julian Love gets in on the action. He brings down Bowser for a loss. And then it's Tavon Cody with another sack as Thorson tried to scramble, but the Irish linebacker up to the challenge.
He has been a tackle monster all year.
We move to the fourth quarter, and Justin Yoon connects from 43 yards. The Irish pick up 3 points on the field goal. It's 24-7. Clayton Thorson had an answer. 27 yards to Riley Lease for the Northwestern touchdown. It was 24-14. Then Tyler Newsome had his punt blocked by Cameron Ruiz. Northwestern got the football at the Notre Dame 17, and they would score from 1 yard out. Thorson on the sneak, and all of a sudden it was 24-21. The Irish needed an answer, and they would get it. Book would complete this throw to Claypool down the left sideline. And now here goes Dexter Williams on the run into Northwestern territory. That's a pickup of 19 yards. Now play action, Book. The slant to Boykin, 15 yards for the Irish first down.
Talk about a clutch drive here again. Great protection. An ISO slant play action puts it where only his receiver can catch it.
Now Ian Book fakes the handoff, takes off around the corner, and he is off to the races for the Notre Dame touchdown, 23 yards, and the Irish are in front 31-21.
A lot of credit here to Cole Kmet getting this block, and to Ian Book for recognizing, being able to pull the ball out. Great read, great execution all around, and Notre Dame's able to score. And
that's a Fighting Irish victory. Notre Dame improves to 9-0. They take down the Northwestern Wildcats in Evanston, 31-21. Let's check out the final stats. Notre Dame, 464 yards of total offense, and look at Ian Book, 343 passing yards.
Yeah, great second half from Ian Book. That really was the story of the game, was making adjustments at halftime and coming out and really executing at a high level. Defensively, you maybe take out the block punt, the short field, and an explosive play, and this, we could be talking about a defense that maybe only gives up 10 points. Much closer, I think, than the score should have been, but you come out with a win, you keep this train rolling. Notre Dame's 9-0.
Stick around. More Inside Notre Dame Football is coming up.
Here we are in the training room of the visitors' locker room area at Ryan Field after Notre Dame's 31-21 victory over Northwestern. You knew it would be a tough game, and your team really had to show a gritty side, a toughness like you told them all week to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, certainly anytime you come into a stadium that has hosted, a number of wins, Big Ten wins. They've won 12 out of 13 games against Big Ten competition. You're gonna have a fight, and we knew that. Our kids hung in there. It wasn't at times probably our best football, but we found a way to win. I'm proud of the way we kind of hung in there.
Team victory, but I want to start with defense. Another hiccup, turnover to start the game. The defense gets the ball back without giving up any points. Start of the second half, they get Northwestern with a stop in a tie game situation. This defense has been so consistent and so reliable.
No doubt. I mean, they gave up a total of 250 yards in total offense to a really good Northwestern offense. Thorson is an experienced quarterback. They've got very, very good wide receivers. So Troy Pride stepped up big. He was in a number of one-on-one situations, bounces back from not having a great game against Navy. Really proud to see him compete the way he did.
Miles Boykin, another touchdown. But the real receiving star is a guy who is also achieving his potential with a physical receiving game, and that's Chase Claypool, who made some huge catches for you.
Yeah, he was the player of the game for us, and I think it was the 95 or 98, whatever it was, yard drive where we were backed up, and he made 2 great catches. We had a third down and short. They wanted to press him. They went press coverage, and we threw the fade. He went up and made a great catch. And then he ran through tacklers. It was just a dominant kind of physical performance that you look for from your receivers, and he came and gave it to us.
One of the reasons you give Michael Young so many reps is you know he's the kind of player that can stretch the field for you, and he did with the 47-yard touchdown.
Yeah, it was a big play for us. We needed to really get the ball down the field. It was a double post. Both receivers were working on the free safety. He was the inside read. Ian saw it, delivered the ball, big touchdown for us.
We've talked over and over about how the defense has rescued this team many times from tough situations. This time the offense had to get out there and get some points. You marched right down the field. One of the best play fakes I have seen from a quarterback on Book's touchdown.
Yeah, that was a big play for us. Obviously, they needed to come up with a stop. We went into an unbalanced look where we were going to run the football if they gave us the look, but they adjusted the defense, and he pulled it, and we brought the tight end around, and he was clean all the way to the end zone. It was a really good play call. Chip was holding that play call for the right time, and it was well orchestrated.
I talked about pass rush, but I didn't say 5 sacks.
No, I mean 5 sacks, and we had him moving a lot. I mean, Tavon Conley had 2 or 3 tackles when he got outside the pocket a couple of times too, and those weren't sacks because he crossed the line of scrimmage, but we flushed him a number of times as well. So really, really good pressure.
Drew Tranquil, sprained ankle, really only practices fully 1 day. He ended up in very limited action, 5 tackles for you, and great leadership.
Yeah, and he comes in late in the game when we go dime, which we probably did the crucial series where we needed the big stop. He didn't come off the field, and that's Drew Tranquil.
We've talked a lot about 4 of the last 5 on the road, but this next one, you get to go home and play in your own stadium for the first time in more than a month.
Yeah, we're excited. It's our seniors' last home game, but it's also one of our goals is to protect our house and to win at home, and this would give us a clean slate at home, and I know our guys are looking forward to it.
Welcome back to Inside Notre Dame Football, presented by TireRack.com. Evan Sharpley, Darren Pritchett with you, following Notre Dame's 31-21 victory over Northwestern. Irish wide receiver Chase Claypool, a big evening in Evanston, 8 catches for 130 yards. Let's check out his press conference.
Chase, the last 2 weeks in particular, everything that you thought you've been physical after the catch. Have you entered a new gear here down the home stretch?
It's been our emphasis as of late, just for yak. The first half of the season, we haven't really been getting yak. We've been more possession receivers, so we kind of emphasized throughout the week getting yak, tight turns up the field. So that's kind of where that comes from, is just practicing it.
You like playing, that kind of physical game and making a statement with your physicality?
Yeah, definitely. I think it gives me an edge. If I can go attack the guy one play and then slip by him and catch the ball the next, it makes it hard for the defender. So whatever I can do to try to give me that advantage, I'll do it for sure.
You play a little DB there in the second quarter on that ball.
Yeah.
Take us through that one.
So they just rotated into a cover 2 invert, what it looked like. So, it happened pretty quick, but, I knew the situation, so it was a good play by him, and I just had to make sure he didn't complete it.
The offense came alive, it looked like, in the third quarter. What changed in the halftime locker room? Was something discussed? Were there changes made? What happened?
Well, we came out kind of slow, and that we had the opportunities. We just had to capitalize on it. So, it's all about what we do during the week and finishing. We always talk about second half and being a second half team and making sure we don't dip down. So I think that's kind of where it started from.
When Ian gets in his zone like that, how fun is it to play out there?
Oh, he's going to put the ball wherever you need it to be. On that slant route, it was right there for me. So, I trust him, he trusts me, and that's kind of the biggest thing about it.
Ian Book, 22 of 34 for 343 yards. Let's check out what Ian Book had to say after the Irish victory over Northwestern.
Ian, what took over for you there in the third quarter? It seemed like you couldn't throw an incompletion at all.
Just really focusing, and I think the coaches had a great plan once we talked at halftime, and just playing the way that we've been playing, and no superhuman effort as we were talking about. So just doing what we're coached to do and getting the ball to all our playmakers.
What was the plan in the third quarter? Because it seemed like you maybe picked up the pace a little bit and then used the entire width of the field.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to, put the ball out in the perimeter to our playmakers, and we also wanted to take some shots. So we were able to hit some of those and definitely help spring our offense.
What was your directive on that 3rd and 5 where you took for a touchdown? Was that improvisation? What's going through your mind as you?
I just had one guy to read and was able to get a nice pull read, and Cole did a good job. He didn't even have to block anybody, I don't think, when we were pulling. So it was a great feeling, and it was awesome.
Just seeing 35 yards of open grass.
Yeah, there's no better feeling.
Ian, Chase with a big ball game tonight. You got him.
Yeah, Chase did awesome. It was really good to see, just because I know how hard he works at practice, and he was due for a big night like tonight. And he can make every play and every catch that is out there. So it was awesome for Chase to have such a good night like that.
Ian, you talked during the week about energy and bringing that. Did that prove to be a challenge in the first half for you guys?
I thought we brought good energy, especially right when we came out at halftime. So I was just proud of the team for doing that. It was something we talked about all week.
It was 24-21 there. How important was it for you guys to have a sustained drive? It was about 5-6 minute scoring drive. How important was that to not just score, but milk time off the clock as well?
It was huge. Give our defense a break. They've been playing well for us all year, so we need to do that as an offense. And I think everyone just did their part, and that's what we needed. All 11 guys doing the right thing.
Ian, what happened on that fumble to start the game?
Just a miscommunication. Happens sometimes, but it sucks to start like that sometimes. But again, it's something that you forget about, and you got to move on. And I thought the whole team did that in general.
It's time to check out the Vivid Seats Play of the Week.
Komet in motion to the far side. Book gives it inside. No, he keeps it himself across the 20, the 15. He'll score down the far sideline. Ian Book into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
It's time for the TireRack.com question of the week. This week's question comes from Paul Duttlinger from South Bend. Coach Kelly, what are your thoughts on the likelihood Notre Dame will play its last 5 games at night?
Well, we tend to get that kind of audience because of who we are, and we're playing well. We attract a great crowd in terms of national audience, and we're kind of used to it. We've got a great routine that we've built in, so we'll be ready whatever time they schedule it.
Up next, a home game against Florida State. Very strange to see the Seminoles with a record of 4-5.
I think before the season started, we probably would have been circling this game as a big game. Not so much now. Granted, every single game is a big game. That target continues to get bigger. It's going to be all about preparing like a champion this week, leading up to Florida State, and then going out there and taking care of business.
The Fighting Irish are 9-0. They beat Northwestern 31-21. For Evan Sharpley, I'm Darren Pritchett. Thanks for joining us on Inside Notre Dame Football, presented by TireRack.com.
Inside Notre Dame Football is presented by TireRack.com. And brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners, Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame football is also brought to you by Vivid Seats, Canon, Xfinity, Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, and SiriusXM.